Hi guys, welcome to my SQL playlist. So I was getting requests to add few theory questions and yes, I've started adding them. So guys, today we'll be discussing about asset properties. So guys, this is a common interview question as well. So a lot of you demanded it, so we'll discuss about it. So see guys, how do you want to explain it to the recruiter? Is more like asset properties ensures that business operations remain accurate and reliable even when multiple things are happening at once. So see guys, whenever most of you work as an analyst, right? So you don't tend to basically create databases which are uh, client facing, okay? But a lot of times, if you build, whenever you're building systems, right? Let's say you're building a website or a e-commerce website or a product website or anything, guys, you need to implement these asset properties in a very proper manner so that your system is robust and no transaction. Essentially, what is a transaction is, let's say any query which you are doing, like it, there is proper mechanism to handle all sort of failure conditions as well and all the edge cases as well. So let me give you few examples. So guys, see, first of all, the property is atomicity, and the idea is that either all or nothing. So this makes a lot of sense, right? Let's say you're placing an order on Amazon. So first of all, your order needs to be recorded, the payment must be processed, and the inventory must be updated, and a confirmation email needs to be sent. So guys, this is the flow, and either all four of them would get executed or none of them would get executed, right? Because you only tell me, how will you receive a confirmation email if your payment has not been processed? Let's say you took something to the cart and now you are doing payment and it is not happening, then essentially that product will always remain in your cart only. It's not like that product will be shipped, because the idea is that either all transactions about these four things will happen out there, that your order needs to be recorded, the payment must be processed, inventory must be updated, and then confirmation email needs to be sent. So see, essentially first of all the customer order will get created, then you need to update the product inventory that the stock quantity is -1, right? This is also very important because you're buying one item of one thing, and then you need to record payment, and then only you will be receiving an email, okay? And trust me guys, this is implemented in every industry, but always remember that the idea is that either all four of them would get successful or nothing will get successful, okay? It's not like half in half out, okay? Half in half out doesn't work. So it's more like, let's say, uh, this is a very common example. You are transferring payment from one account to another account. Now the thing is that from your account payment has been deducted, but in other account the payment has not been received. So essentially guys, in 5 to 7 business days you would receive your payment in the bank account, right? The money can't go in the air, okay? So all these things also happen. Now the next thing is consistency, guys. Consistency is very important, that when whatever business logic that you have, it always needs to be on your SQL layer as well. You can't bypass or do any sort of query which surpasses the business logic. So here I have given examples of Nike's inventory system. So see guys, Nike would always keep an inventory, okay, of the shoes or anything whatever it sells. Now the thing is guys, can you tell me that can the inventory be negative? No. And the idea is that you cannot, there are two business logics which would need to be implemented at a SQL layer. One, let's say you are, see, you need to, there are two logic. One is that you can't sell stocks or number of items which are more than your the inventory, right? Let's say you only have a stock of 2 and the person who is placing an order is placing for 3. So will the transaction be completed? Won't get completed. And the next thing is your inventory cannot be negative, right? So all these things, all these edge cases needs to be implemented very well once you are in the layer of web dev plus database management. This needs to be done in a very precise manner. Let's say you are building any UI UX, right? And you have an option for stock and there the person is entering -1. So maybe your system is not robust enough to handle all these cases, and the entire system will only fail. So guys, all these things needs to be carefully dealt with. And yeah, these type of things are always there, that every business will have some sort of consistency, or business context is very important. Okay, and in the SQL layer, only for that data integrity check, we need to implement that. Now let's move to isolation. So guys, isolation is very important, that everything happens, like every transaction happens as if it is only one occurring. So tell me guys, what usually happens is, if you would have seen sometimes in book my show, what happens is that once you are in the process of selecting tickets, and you are doing you are trying to book it, you are in the payment stage. Okay, and someone else comes to the website, even though the payment hasn't been completed, but those tickets are so for the time being shown as booked. Because guys, the idea is, let's say we want to book tickets for a concert system, right? So it's more like that every transaction would be happening in an isolated manner. It won't be happening that there would be effect of one transaction on another. Because then guys, if these type of things will happen, then your system can crash. So you need to be uh, very well aware about this system as well. So companies like book my show, paytm insider, right? Paytm Insider, all these companies implement these sort of logic, where it's like whenever you're doing a transaction, it's like an isolated process. It's not like you and me will any day try to book the same tickets, and the tickets would be booked for both of us, and then we would fight. So it doesn't happen. So we need to have a check on isolation layer as well. So guys, the last thing is durability. So guys, this is also very important. If you will understand this, that let's say you have given a loan application. Okay, now the bank, suppose you're taking a loan from a bank, and then the bank has approved the loan. So see, now what will happen is that this thing, once something is, like once the payment is confirmed, it it must be permanent, right? Let's say your the loan is transferring to your bank account, and again for some reason the bank server got down or something on those things happen. So it's not like that the money would vanish in the air. Okay, it would be it would go back into this account, and then it would get back to you. Okay, so all these things are very important, that once the payment is confirmed, it must be permanent. Even if the bank system crashes a second later, the payment record cannot disappear. So very important. If you would see this example, what it is happening is that, first of all, what is happening is you're just trying to roll out 1500 out of your account, and then you're updating your remaining balance minus 1500 to just keep a consistent track of everything, that everything is in order. Okay, so your system needs to be durable as well. So guys, mainly you need to remember these things. Okay, that atomicity is more like all or nothing. Consistency is like business rules, they are never broken. Isolation is everything happens in an isolated manner. Then you have durability, that permanent record. Okay, it cannot disappear. That let's say if I've said that I'll give you a loan, and that transaction is happen, that will happen. Sometimes some failure happens, but that is where you need to be a good database designer, and you need to develop all these things. Mostly guys, these things are less important for specifically for a data analyst, data scientist, or a data engineer. Because guys, you guys work on different systems, but essentially web dev plus database design is a space where this is very important. These kind of things, right? These type of things are very important, and slowly once you move in the industry, you will understand. Every company, guys, trust me, every company has a very different DB setup. Okay, very different DB setup. It's like miles apart from one another. But yeah, you will take some time and understand the DB setup. But yes, theoretical knowledge of few topics always helps. So on that note guys, I would like to end, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and have a great day ahead. Thanks.